Hello? 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 Can you see and hear me well?
Hi.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
All
yes.
right.
Hello, good
So,
morning.
good morning, Tulin. How are you today?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good because
Yes.
day of day, right?
Good for you. Okay, let's get started. You're going
Yeah.
to have your IELTS speaking test, a collection of common topics, Unit 2, Things, Lesson 38, a uniform. So tell me about your uniform from elementary till tertiary.
Uh, when I was in primary school, the uniform was black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a penguin.
Wow.
Yeah, black and white. Yeah, and when I was in middle school, blue and white maybe. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
blue and white. And when I was in college, yeah, I didn't wear any uniform. Yeah, just a
Okay.
casual clothes.
Okay. So is it important to wear uniform when studying?
Yes, yes, I do. Yes, I think so because when you were in school, and everyone around you and uh, they wore a uniform, so it's also important for you to wear one. Yeah,
Mm,
because if you yeah, I mean, even nowadays, if you don't wear a uniform and you are not allowed it
mm,
to, you are not allowed it to attend any class. Yeah.
mm-hmm. Yes, that's the downside. So what's the difference between wearing uniform and wearing freestyle at school?
I think it's a big difference because I think uniform is really important because so for some teenagers and they can focus more on their school stuff. And if you wear different clothes, I don't think it's good for children or for teenagers
Mm-hmm.
study. So I think there's a big difference
Mm,
because uniform they are the same, right? Just
yeah.
maybe the size are different. The sizes are different, but the style and the color they're all the same. So maybe it's a good thing for students, and
Mm,
also it's good to it's very convenient for the school uh, to manage. I think because everyone wears the same clothes. So if some students or if other school students or bad guys if they want to enter in the school
mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
oh you are not my school student and yeah so I think maybe it's safer for students.
Very well said. Okay. So now let's go to the next part. Okay, part one, break. So tell me about how long did you have break when you were studying, and how did you, manage your time what did you do when you had break when you were studying?
Um, think. Uh, it depends actually. When I
Mm-hmm.
was young, I think I usually took a break, like after a 10 minutes study, and I need a break.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, no, when I was in high school, maybe just after 2 hours, or even more, uh,
Mm-hmm.
because during that time I could stay focused on my own school stuff. And for now,
Okay.
maybe just half an hour because uh, I'm kind of I'm kind of girl who can be easily distracted. So for now, uh, it's very difficult for me to concentrate on one thing for a long time. Yeah, so maybe just half
Okay.
an hour. Yeah, I need to take a break.
All
Mhm.
right. Okay. So, and then do you prefer a long break or several short breaks?
Mm, Usually several short breaks because it's very difficult for me to concentrate for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And mm, but I still like a long break. I mean, for example, after the weekends, I have so many classes on weekends. So maybe after weekends, I need a long break, maybe
Mm-hmm.
for a whole day, yeah, or 2 days. Yeah, I don't need
Nice.
to teach students. Yeah, I can enjoy my own time. Yeah.
Okay. So what about when you were
Mhm.
studying, what about if there was sudden circumstances or emergency? So how long did you take a break?
How long do you take break?
Yes.
Uh, uh,
Did it take a day, half, I mean a week because it's emergency for example.
maybe a week, maybe a
Okay,
week
yeah.
or even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
because of the like 1 year ago,
Okay.
um, 1 year ago they're in China, and
Mm.
they're still, I mean, uh, the pandemic, right?
Yes,
COVID-19.
absolutely.
The COVID-19 was still in China,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't teach any class
All right.
because I just teach face-to-face class, in person. And I meet
Okay.
students in person, not by the internet. So for them, it's difficult for me. It's difficult for us to have a
Mm-hmm.
face-to-face talk. Yeah.
I
So
see.
maybe
Okay.
1 week or even more, 1 month.
Mm,
So
yes.
I had to take a long break. I had no choice. I want to
Mm-hmm.
make money to teach my students, but I had no choice.
Okay. So, why is it
Mhm.
important for workers or for students to take break?
Excuse me, why
Yes.
what?
Why it's important? Why do you
Why?
think it's important for students or for workers or employees to take break?
To take a break. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are not machines, right? We are not
Yeah.
machines, and
Mm-hmm.
we are human beings. Yeah, it's impossible to be like a uh, perpetual motion. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
we need breaks to just control ourselves and or to behave better, I think. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So now let's go to the next
that's why we
part.
that's why we need good sleep. Okay, yeah. Mhm.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay. So next part is describe a uniform in a school or a company you wear. You should say when you usually wear it, who bought it for you, what it is like, and how you feel about it.
I want to describe the uniform I wore when I was in a language school. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I wore it when from maybe, yeah, when I wore it when it's Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and weekends. Yeah, because
Mhm.
Wednesday and Thursdays are my day off days. I usually, I'm sorry, uh, it was given by the company, and I don't need to pay for it. Yeah, so I didn't pay any money.
Mhm.
It was free. It was dark blue. It was dark blue. Yeah, and I liked it very much because uh, it, it it felt very comfortable. It felt comfortable. It was made of cotton. Yeah, made of
Mhm.
cotton and very comfortable. Um, Also, it was very suitable for me. The size was very suitable for me. I liked it very much because at that time I was eager to work in that company. So every time when I wore that uniform, and I I could totally feel that I was one of the member of that company. So I it can it it brought me a sense of, I mean, fulfillment, I think. Yeah,
Mhm.
finally, I'm an English teacher. Well, I made it. Yeah, something like that.
Yes. Okay. So how did you feel when you were wearing I mean, a uniform for work?
Uh, usually, generally, I like it. I like it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I obey the rules. Yeah, because there are also some rules that stop you have to wear uniform when you are work, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I obey the rules. Mhm.
All right. Okay, so next is okay, so here, okay. So why should students wear school uniforms?
As I mentioned before, um, it's easy for the school leaders to manage, and also I don't I it can avoid some problems like we all wear the same uniforms and we can concentrate more on our study and less jealousy. I mean, because maybe girls are easily to feel jealous about others clothing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see. All right. And then aside from that, okay. So which do you think is a style of uniform that is interesting and wearable for students?
Maybe Japanese ones,
Mm. Oh, wow.
yes,
Okay.
yeah, I happen to see some Japanese
Okay.
uniforms. Yeah, I think, oh my God, they wear very short skirts, the short skirts,
Mm-hmm.
and they are beautiful. Yeah,
Okay.
girls are really
Okay.
beautiful. Yeah. Hmm.
Yes. Okay. So do you think it's appropriate to wear short skirts, when it comes to studying?
No, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
so. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because um, maybe for some girls, and it's very inconvenient,
Mm-hmm.
especially when they are in PE class. So
Mm-hmm.
they can't run very fast or do some sports. It's not that convenient. Yeah, compared to pants. Compared,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And besides, some girls maybe they are fat, so they don't want to just show their legs to others. Yeah, and also I don't think it's good for their study.
All
Mhm.
right, okay. And then what about when it comes to sports uniform or yeah, sports uniform. So, did you wear sports uniform when you were studying? So, how did you feel
Yes, I
when,
do.
yeah.
Yes, I do, and I also like some brands, like some
Mm-hmm.
local brands in China. Yes, I wear them. Today I even wear them, so I like
Okay.
them because they are very comfortable. Yeah, comfortable, and it's very wearing them, and I can do some sports easily. Yeah, easy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what do you think is the difference between uniforms back then versus nowadays?
Nowadays, I think uniforms are much more expensive. When I
Mm-hmm.
was young, maybe the uniform just 60 RMB,
Mm-hmm.
60 yuan.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, less than 100. One of my students, and she told me that her uniform costed her 2,000 yuan.
Mm-hmm.
2,000. Oh
Oh
my God. I
gosh.
think it's really difficult. It's really expensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So first, much more expensive than before. But yeah, but more fashionable. Yeah, like you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Okay.
when I was in primary school, the uniform was just a black and white, just like a penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but now, yes, more styles, more fashion, yeah, and also maybe some other elements. Yeah, just more fashionable. Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned that, of course, uniforms prices are increasing, right? So what about what do you think
Yeah.
is the effect of inflation when it comes to education?
Oh, I think it's quite a burden for some
Mm,
families,
yeah.
the
Yes, true.
inflation. Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
that means that you have to pay much more
Mm,
than before. Yeah,
yeah.
and some, yeah, for some families it's not that affordable. When I
Yes.
was in EF, yeah, a language school I used to work in. Uh, if you want your child to study in EF, you have to pay 16,000
Mm-hmm.
per
Oh
year.
gosh.
16,000 RMB per year. It's really expensive. I think it's really really expensive. But when I was young, maybe just 1,000, yeah, 1,000 or uh, 500 or 800 yuan. Yeah, so it's much more expensive than
Mm-hmm.
before. And in China nowadays, most for most families, I think it costs them more than 80% income to pay
Okay.
on their children's study. So that's why some Chinese young people, they just uh, don't want to have a child. Yeah,
Mm,
because yeah, it's mm, they have to pay much and
mm-hmm.
receive less. Receive less,
Yeah.
pay more, receive less. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So how do you
Hmm.
think a student would cope up education if tuition fee is expensive? Do you think there's a possibility for a student to still graduate even though the tuition fee is increasing?
I think there's possibility, but it was less.
Mm-hmm.
It's less. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it's less than before.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So some students from rural areas, and they worked very hard. They still had opportunities to enter the top universities in China. But
Mm-hmm.
now the possibilities are uh, very, very, very low. The
Mm.
very they have little. Yes, maybe little. Yeah,
Yeah.
almost none. Yeah, they have little opportunities to enter in the top universities nowadays. Yeah, because you don't have money to pay some extra curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. And then
Mm.
so on what occasion should people wear uniforms?
Um, um, schools, right? Schools,
Mm-hmm.
when you at schools, not only students but also teachers, and when you are in work, especially attend team building, yeah, or some very uh, or some other occasions. Let me think.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Continue.
maybe gala, not only gala,
Yeah, yeah.
gala.
Like that, right? Yes. Okay, so
Yeah.
what about when it comes to formal occasion? So, tell me about formal occasion when it comes to schools or university.
For more occasions, like graduation ceremony,
Okay,
graduation
yeah.
ceremony, yeah, and also some events
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
sports events, sports meeting, yeah,
yes.
maybe, yeah.
Okay. Yes. So do you prefer joining extracurricular activities or prefer learning different academics?
Uh, mm, for me now, just that latter one because I've graduated already.
Mm, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've graduated already. Yes, for me, I'm now an adult, so I prefer the latter one. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
But if I was a student,
Yeah.
I would like to choose the first one, some extracurricular, because I want to learn more
Mm-hmm.
and to have more opportunities. Yeah, to enter a good university.
Yes. Okay. All right. And then,
Mhm.
can people tell a person's personality by his or her clothes?
No, not really, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because some people they just don't pay that attention on their own clothing. So it's very hard for when I was in bank, I worked in a bank uh, 6 years ago. Yeah, I worked in a bank. 7 years ago, I worked in a bank. You know, and there's an old man, maybe at his 60s, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and he wore slippers and very casual clothes like t-shirts and shorts. Yeah, so couldn't you couldn't tell from his appearance how much fortune he owned. But the master told me he's really, really rich. He
Mm.
has more than 10,000 million
Wow.
RMB in his
Mm-hmm.
deposit. So, but can't, you can't just tell from his appearance, right? So,
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
uh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I
And also,
believe so.
for some girls or for some female, yeah, they wear very expensive jewelry, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or some very fashionable clothes, very expensive, but actually they don't have any money. Yeah, they even use
Yeah,
their credit card to pay that.
I
So
see.
not
Okay.
always, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your idea about Novorish? So, what's your idea whenever
I'm sorry,
you
no
think
what?
about Novorish? Okay. Because yeah, I think
Could you
it's
please type
appropriate.
it?
Yes, Novorish, right?
Yeah.
So people who recently acquired wealth, typically those who perceive as ostentatious or lacking in good taste.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Could you
Yes.
please pardon?
Yes.
Because my husband he's
Novorish. Okay.
talking.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
what's
No
your idea?
worries.
Yeah, what's your idea about Novorish? Like they were rich before, but then
Mm-hmm.
they became tasteless. Yes, something like that.
They became what? I'm sorry.
Taste, I mean,
So they were
they
rich
became
before,
like
and now
cheaper.
they have no
They
money.
became like cheap.
Okay.
Right, yes. It's like they
Okay.
were they were rich before and then suddenly they became cheap. Like no
Yeah.
class at all, right?
Okay. I think it's still very normal. Yeah, because
Yeah, yeah.
uh, if you're if you're a businessman and you just invent your own fortune, in a wrong area. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe just in a few months or a few days, and your own money can be just gone. So I think it's
Yeah.
it's still very normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because of course life is like a wheel. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, right? Yes. All right.
Yeah,
So now
right.
let's proceed
Mhm.
with the scoring part. So fluency and coherence, I'm gonna give you their eight. Okay. Lexical would be seven. Grammar would be seven. Pronunciation would be seven. Okay. So you said earlier about one of member, right? So rather say one of members, right? Because I tend to forget
Members,
that
yeah,
too.
correct.
Okay. So thank you so much, Aline. I'll see
Thank
you
you.
again.